These are the next two teams, Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago.
So we know 3 of our semi-finalists for the trophy. The final semi-finalist will come out of those 2. A big challenge for the likes of Trinidad and Tobago. Just the 1 try they've managed to record in their opening 3 games. Venezuela, well, they showed very well in defence despite shipping some points. They did get that draw to start with, but will feel a little hard done by to not get past Tunisia in the last one. So who is going to be able to step through this game to take their place against Hong Kong in that second trophy semi-final? Cook Islands against Portugal is the first one. Plenty of vocal support all weekend for the Venezuelans. Looks like the rain is just about holding off now. Hopefully it's going to turn into liquid sunshine at some point through the course of today. Right now, Venezuela have to get their game into gear, fairly sharpish.
10.
Good take immediately from Mariani Zaza. Early frame of Ingrid Griffin. The architect really made some dents in opposition defences yesterday. And here's a key player. There's the burst from Daniela Dáz.
Tackle only.
Well, this is a positive start from Venezuela, who then proceed to drop the ball. Lanzarote unable to hold on. Fiona, very positive outlook from the Venezuelans to start with.
Yeah, Venezuela brilliant off the kickoff. Nice high hanging kick. Great reclaim by Zara, and then moving the ball out into the wider channels.
And we saw plenty of attacking
Bind.
chances really for Venezuela, particularly in that game against Tunisia, but they weren't able to capitalise, they weren't able to execute, and that obviously is going to be very key today. This Trinidad and Tobago team, very fragile at the moment in terms of confidence. Here, something that might change their confidence. A great run from Victoria Colista. High tackle stops her. Left-handed passing works well until Dalia Jordan-Brown can't hold on, and it's just issued an invite to Venezuela to come back. The offload is there to Claudia Contreras. The ball is out and the try is scored for Venezuela. What a good score and a deserved score for the South American side. Salami with her name on the scoreboard first up.
Yeah, brilliant try here from Venezuela. Izarza, first of all, passing the ball really cleanly offloading off the ground, and then Salami to go well in under the post. Brilliant by Venezuela.
And the offload, the strength in the tackle, particularly from Izarza there. The link coming in from Gigi Griffin. And then Salami in hand to finish things off. Yes, you can see the jubilation from the Venezuelan fans. So the first 5-pointer on the board. Good struggling from Mahina Skeet, the Trinidad and Tobago captain, getting her team onto the front foot, trying to release Victoria Colista on that far side. Knock on though from a Trinidad and Tobago hand. Well, these two very close neighbours, our esteemed statistics team, were up all night surfing the web. They tell me it was in the name of research, and they came up with the fact that there's only 11 kilometres between these two teams. So who would have thought? My O-level geography obviously hasn't gone back that far.
Crouch. Bind. Bring it up, guys.
Certainly Venezuela
let
never
her have the
played
top
outside
okay?
South America before. So they have
Crouch.
been consistently a top
Bind.
4 team on the continent. Got together in Caracas for their training camp. The Orchids have shown very well, despite not getting the victory yet. Now the little chip and charge from Daniela Dáz. Footballing skills are up to par, and the try is scored. What a great individual score from Daniela Dáz. They have all the skills, they have the resolution in defence, and in attack, they've got some pizzazz.
What vision here from Dáz, straight off a scrum, ball out to Dáz. She sees no sweeper in behind. There she sees it now, no sweeper in behind, chip through, and the speed and the power to chase through and run down her own ball. Look at that, great finish.
Well, it's all going one way in these early exchanges as Dáz looks to convert her own try. Not going to threaten the post with that one. Trinidad and Tobago have got used to the Irish weather. They've been in and around Dublin for a while now, playing in some local sevens tournaments to get used to it. And of course, back home, it's the beginning of the rainy season. So this dousing that they're receiving from the sky shouldn't be too much of a problem for them. They've just got to get some continuity in their game, keep the ball for a bit, get through some phases, and see if they can make some headway up the pitch. There we go, there's the first break. Come from Alicia Bruce, the police officer from Royal Aliens Rugby Club, making some headway for her team. Now, can they build on it? No, is the answer to that question. This first game of day two for these two sides has started at some lick. They're really trying to get through things very quickly. Cut back from Carla Lanzarote. Strength in the tackle, presentation is there, but just the lack of concentration. Gigi Griffin could have picked that one up. As it is, it's Nicolette Pantor. Ball is there for Trinidad and Tobago, but again, losing concentration around the breakdown, the continuity not there.
Yeah, they just seem to be standing very far away from the player with the ball, both when they're passing it, they're passing very deep, and then when they're going into the ruck, they're not there to ruck over cleanly. Great step there.
So the change of option from Venezuela, trying to kick Trinidad and Tobago back into their own 22. Big wipeout tackle coming in there, but thankfully for the ladies in red, the ball has, I was going to say been produced. Yes. I was wondering what that call was, and then thankfully Rose Lebrecht changed her mind, or changed her arm angle. Now here we go. How much gas has she got in the tank? Driving up to halfway. Ayana Skeet sets the ball back for her team, but again the support isn't there. You really need to support the ball carrier a bit more, Trinidad and Tobago. Get out of this pitch, says Daniela Dáz.
Brilliant again by Dáz. She sees space there, she hacks it through, but it's the chase as well to put Trinidad and Tobago under pressure again.
And it's what you were saying before, Fiona, they're just not supporting the ball, they're just not getting themselves up when they've got opportunity. Trinidad and Tobago have to get numbers there.
Yeah, you can see Skeet making those breaks through the centre, and she needs people on her shoulder either for the offload or the immediate ruck.
Half-time, it's Venezuela deservedly leading 10 points to 0.
Keep the intensity up, keep driving at them, keep pressuring them, right? Be forcing the mistakes and forcing the turnovers, right? But I need you supporting earlier to secure the ball, all right? The key, back yourself. You have on the outside there, just slowing down. Stop the tackle, follow through. We have it, all right? Let's go. Keep the work rate up, keep the effort up, and keep supporting.
Guys, just keep supporting each other, right? Come on. Yeah?
Here we go then. The riot act has been read to Trinidad and Tobago by Carlton Felix. Fans keeping, yeah, you're in picture. Everybody can see you. Are those the best moves you've got? Really? That was a good night in Dublin, whatever. The fans showing some shapes. Now it's down to the teams to find their shape in this second half to decide who's going to go through to the trophy semi-final. Spanish fans cannot wait for, well, maybe holy intervention later on. We shall wait and see about that one, but right now it's Venezuela with the superb take from the restart. Zaza gets the offload, and you can see how Venezuela working that support in there close to the ball carrier, not leaving too much space. Technically they seem far more proficient than Trinidad and Tobago. Left-hand passing may not always be the strength, mind. Good bundling work from Lali. Alvarado takes a team up over halfway. Victoria Colista, one of the two Colista sisters, play for the beautifully named Eastern Ruggers team back home. Now there's the break from Izaza. One goal to beat. The handoff. Good work from Panta, but she's only slowed her down. The offload is there, and it's Daniela Dáz to streak over for her first try of the weekend. Second try, I should say, having scored in the first half, of course. And there you see Venezuela making the most of opportunity.
Yeah, it started there with Dáz again. Great ball through to Zara. Her fight, her power, her step here, and her handoff, looking for the support. And Dáz coming through like a train with that support. Straight through, a bit of a jumble there, and then straight through under the posts.
We need to have the kick, please.
Manual dexterity proving a benefit there to Daniela Dáz, and shows she's got the boot to finish things off as well. Well, the Trinidad and Tobago team look a little shell-shocked now. Still got 5 minutes to play in this game, but just haven't been able to work their way into position to really capitalise on the possession they have had.
We're good? Time in.
So it is Dáz herself to restart things. Good pull in there from Ayana Skeet, most experienced player in this Trinidad and Tobago lineup, and she needs to make that experience count
Unsafe
now.
there. Guys, you have to keep her on the ground, okay?
Practicing
Scrum.
doing the forward crawl there.
It's a scrum. It's a scrum, unsafe in the mall. Sorry. Yep, time off.
Many kids in the swimming pool this morning in
Red number
Dublin
2.
doing that.
Red number 2.
Holding the float at the front and kicking their legs at the back.
We used to call that the salmon, but it was when you're on the ground and you're fighting for the ball, not so much in the air.
Time in.
You can see Yonella George
Crouch.
on this near side. A totemic
Bind.
player, of course, for Trinidad and Tobago.
Set.
Standing 6 feet, the only try scorer of this weekend for the ladies in red. A multifaceted sportswoman, hockey, netball and track and field, as well as the basketball, before she turned her hand to rugby. There she is. Then
Back.
the last pass just dips and fades, and suddenly the
22 kicked
attack
in by White.
is stymied there. Well, they're going to give the 22. Looked like there was a knock on there, but Trinidad and Tobago getting the advantage of the official's call. Nicolette Panto with the restart, kicks long. Romero looks to try and ignite the next Venezuelan attack. There's the straighten from Karen de Freitas. De Freitas going for glory. Panta brings her prey back in just short of the line. Well, Karen de Freitas really caught the eye yesterday with a big hit tackling, but she's got a fair old turn of speed too.
Yeah, brilliant commitment there by de Freitas, tracking back all the time to make that what looked like a certain try.
Youngest player in this Venezuela lineup, just 17 years of age. What talent. Certainly bodes well for the future of Venezuelan rugby.
Bind.
Some of these young girls coming through look very technically astute.
Please let her have the top bind.
And have the awareness now of how the game is played, and it is such, as we know, such a high pressure game, this seventh.
Set.
Drive
Knock
from
forward by
Venezuela is going to give them the put into this reset.
Crouch. Bind.
Rain
Set.
seems to have held off a bit, Fiona. I'm sure they've put in an order for some decent weather later on. Let's hope it dries up fairly quickly. Diaz chips it through. Romero can't pick up cleanly though. It is impacting quite a lot, especially on some of these smaller teams that really struggling to keep their skills intact.
Yeah, I don't think it's just the rain, it's also day 2 of this tournament, and yes, it was very tough for these teams. You know, they're playing against teams that put a lot of points on them, and it's tiring when you're defending that amount of time. So it's about making life easier for yourself on day 2 and getting closer and just keeping things in a little bit closer.
And when you've had that stress and strain of day 1, just hard to get the engine going again, especially early on a Sunday morning, I guess.
And it's as much mentally as it is physically, so it's about getting the mind in the right place.
Panta looks to that near side, but there's no way through for Afia Glasgow. And she's bundled into touch.
Ball down,
touch
please.
judge on that far side with the
Red, take a step, please.
flag out.
Just going to go. Take a step.
Going to be a consultation between the officials. Let's have a listen.
What have you seen?
Red 7 went into the tackle with a hand and grabbed the neck of the white player.
Okay, so are you thinking penalty only?
Yes.
Penalty only, it happened on the 5? Okay,
Afia
so
Glasgow is the lady who's going to be called to order.
So red 7, dangerous play around the neck. Okay, so we're going to have a penalty on the 5 for white.
Venezuela looking to finish in form. They certainly have shown well in this match. Just seeing those passes dying away, the lack of contact, the greasy ball dipping towards the shoelaces rather than towards the fingertips.
You can just see their hands are ending up towards the ground. They're passing. If they get their hands up a little bit higher, as I always say, towards the heart, and hopefully it'll go to the target.
Both teams, just wait till I say set, okay? Reese, please. Step in, wait. Yeah. Crouch. Bind. Set.
The break comes from Afia Glasgow.
We'll have a line out.
Again, the support just not there quickly enough, and she finds no way through up to halfway. And this is where Venezuela worked so hard to keep their defensive resilience in place, even when there is a burst like that from the Trinidad and Tobago winger.
Yeah, it was great pace by Glasgow, but in fairness to Venezuela, they used the touchdown line as an extra defender.
Well, a red mitt getting in there at the front. Can they manipulate the last possession of this match to their benefit? Not going to do it like that, unfortunately. Colista, the younger, bundled to the floor, but she does get the penalty.
Guys, step. Step, no, leave the ball, please.
Touch charge on this near side with a flag out. Officials working well in harmony together. Let's have a listen.
Number 10.
Color?
White.
White. Okay, so penalty, yep.
Penalty. Go into
High tackle.
It's going to be Christy Ejido.
High tackle against White. Yep.
So, Skeet with the last play of this trophy quarter-final. See that white line moving up, suffocating the attack.
Knock forward.
And with the step again, she's got quite a sidestep on her.
Release White, release White.
Ball comes back to Victoria Colista.
No. It's knocked forward by White in the pickup.
Well, the knock forward is going to finish the match, and it means Venezuela deservedly get this quarter-final. It has been impressive performances from the Venezuelans through the course of this World